So I was talking to Shaniel a few days ago. I thought, let me start a different thing from today. We get approximately a month to prepare for the retreat. So I told him that 30 days we'll do it online and 30 days we do it offline. So that's the whole idea. So the topic which I'm taking is something related to attachment. And why I called your name, Aryu, is that I was playing this Carpenters, a favorite song, yours and mine favorite song. Okay, so now the question is, what is attachment? What do you think is attachment? Now we keep on using that word attachment. Don't get attached. So what does that mean? Yes, go ahead.
It's wishing to maintain things as they are.
No, that's not attachment. Let's say I'm attached to you. Now, what does that mean? Are you attached to me?
Not wanting to lose.
Not wanting to lose. But what is attachment? Yeah, not wanting to lose is correct. That's the ultimate aim of holding it. That's actually upadana, clinging, not attachment. In Pali, the word is ajosa. Okay. And possession is parigha. So we are talking about ajosa. Ajosaya tittati. Ajosa means attachment. Tittati means stays. So he stays with attachment. So the question now is, what is attachment? And how does it work? So I'll ask another question in a different way. So, Harry, do you still like this Carpenters?
Somewhat. Somewhat.
No, it's not somewhat. You still like, right? Let's accept. Yeah, we still like.
Yes.
So, which song?
Let's say yesterday once more.
Yesterday Once More. So, you also like, I also like. Correct. So, if you were to play that song, wouldn't it take us to that state? It does, right? No matter how many times you play, you go back to that state of when you liked it. So, what did the consciousness do? It went back to the retro, meaning it just went back to the time you first heard that song. So let's say in 90s, if you have heard that song, it will go back to 90s. So that's what is the term attachment. You can go back and forth without losing that object. You don't lose that object at all. You still have the object. Even though, let's say, I heard it in 97, as an example, then now we are in 2027. After 30 years, I can still enjoy the song. So somebody plays a song, when I was young, I listened to the radio. So then that'll go back to the retro. So that track is going to bring back the memories. And in the song also he says, now they are back again, like a long lost friend. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, funny enough, and I think just 2 days ago we were playing this song on the car because I was just having it on the. Not that I listened to it all the time, but somehow it just came up as in one of the old songs Luke was clicking around, and as soon as he clicked it and he heard yesterday once more, and he said yesterday can not be once more. But I was
That's good.
explaining why people wished for it to be that way, but actually, per the explanation, it can be once more. That's the whole point. We wanted to the
Yes,
consciousness.
you want to go back and enjoy those times. Remember those times. Right? So that is the meaning of attachment. You can go back to the memory lane and pick up the slide or pick up that image and enjoy. What other songs do you like? Let's say, apart from Yesterday Once More.
Queen.
Which one?
The show must go on.
Ah, okay. So maybe you should play the song from your computer.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think it'll come up unless there's some percent of some music or something.
What will come up? No, you should play the song, I said. Play a little bit of the song.
Yeah, if I play it, I think usually the computer clips it, unless I present the voice or something.
Are you recording or anything? You are not recording anyway.
I'm not recording, but usually I think if you play it, it clips it. But I can try.
Try. There's no harm in trying.
Is it coming?
No, can't hear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It won't come unless I present.
Unless you no, on the browser, I think you would have muted the browser. So that's the reason.
No, I have not muted the browser.
Not muted.
It's just
Okay.
it considered as a noise cancellation. It just doesn't come.
Ah, okay. Then leave it. Let's not worry about that. So whatever. The show must go on. So our show also should go on, basically. So thing is, why now we understood attachment. Now why this attachment?
Because of enjoyment and stability.
Yeah, that is the end result of that. Once you attach, you get that. But why? Why do we attach?
If we are interested, we will get attached.
If you are interested, you should get interested in everything. Chanda has to be there. And chanda.
Taking it to be real.
Pardon?
Taking it to be real.
Real. Yeah, see, attachment is real. It is real. Yes, Bobby, I was wondering you will reply. Go ahead.
Desire and lust.
No, Bobby, come on. I don't know. Maybe you had too much of bacon delight.
That is what Sutta says. That's what I'm saying. It is from beginning of 15. That craving, Buddha, goes this ajosam, what the word you're saying.
Yeah.
It is mentioned there. He branched out from there.
What does it? What is in Pali? You tell me what is in Pali rather than what is in English.
Yeah, maybe that's the reason. I will tell you in Pali.
Yes.
It is another radical showing the safeguard. Yeah, desire and lust. So, check this. So actually, it is the body. Chandaraga.
Chandaraga.
Yes.
It's not desire and lust. I don't know where this lust comes from. Lust is a Greek word to something else. Anyway, so Chanda is going to be there.
When you said, today I'm talking about this, I was thinking this sutta, Buddha deviates from that craving and seeing that. So I thought, why don't I go and look it? So that's why I got this word, ajosan.
And I took this for your benefit and Aryu's benefit, basically. In the morning, I was reflecting, and when you are there in Australia, in Shaniel's home. I wanted this to be the subject.
Yeah, because I think I sent you a voice message yesterday.
Yes, I heard it.
I don't
I
know
heard
whether.
it.
Yeah, yeah. In that, I was reading a couple of times your essay on the Namarupa, and I was reading this beginning and 15 also a couple of times. How Buddha is taking over by different ways. Trying to understand. So in this deviating from his usual way, he's talking about craving, and
Yes.
he said all these different words. So it was interesting for me also. Anyway, I'm very happy that you took that today. It is very nice.
Yes. So now Chandaraga. Raga is not desire. Raga is coloring. You color. The consciousness is colored with something. So whatever dye you put becomes that color. And there's another word which Buddha uses is virakta. Rakta means blood. So virakta means remove the color. So it becomes white. So basically, when we say I have raga, it means that I'm colored, I'm coloring. And that color in, if you, okay, I'll ask another question. Maybe Bobby, you can answer or anybody can answer. What are the basic colors? As per Sutta, I don't want your colors. Yes, Sergio.
I think it's I don't remember the order, but the blue, red, yellow, and white.
Yes, you don't have to worry about the what I can say, the order in which it is. Doesn't have to be. Yeah, that's four colors. These are the four basic colors. So the raga, when it extends, when it comes, it will be in yellow. Yellow flame is heats up, just heats up. It doesn't burn. Red is anger. It burns. Blue is ignorance as well as equanimity. So when it's called, that's why it's called blue flame, because then it cooks evenly. It's blue. And the thermal, from a thermal point of view, if you have thermal camera, you can see coolness in blue, heat in yellow, and burning in red. So if you have orangish, it's not really burning. Okay, so that's the reason we put burning desire. When the desire goes, leaps itself, and now you can't resist any longer of not possessing that, is when you burn within yourself. You're burning. So we say burning with desire, because now the yellow flame has become red. So I need it. If you don't give me, I get terribly upset. Right. So that's the thing. So let's say I'm flying to Brisbane, and now flight is delayed by 3 hours. I get heated up because there is raga to go early. Then there is dvesha coming in because I get from heated up to burning, this flame, inflamed. So I burst into anger. So I go and shout at the air hostess or the airline staff because I can't control any longer. Anyway, coming back to this subject is that then you have blue flame, then you have white. White is when it cools down. There are four basic colors. So when I say virakta, it's white. Okay. Now we are talking from context of Chandaraga. So out of interest, I color it. So yesterday once more is colored. So I will see the way I want to see it, because now it's colored in my consciousness. Need not be in some other person. But I love that song. That's how it works. So the reason for adjosa, that is coloring, sorry, the attachment is because of coloring, the color. Okay, now the question comes, why it is colored? Bobby, why it is colored?
Because of the hindrances.
No. Why hindrances? What has hindrance got to do with it?
Because this it is colored because all these colors are mixed, or
No. This color is a color. Whether you mix it or you don't mix it, it's colored. Let's say when I see you, Bobby, and then I always represent you as something, that means I'm already colored. My consciousness is colored. If it is not colored, then it is white.
is it according to sutras? Is it a evaluation? So I can, because raga comes. Now you are talking about that sequence. What Buddha said.
I'm saying what?
No, that the same sequence.
No.
Pretty much.
Not the
No.
DN15, not the DN15. I'm bringing out this from Namarupa perspective. The practice, what we need to do is on Namarupa, name and form. So the attachment comes because of name form, ultimately. The coloring is happening because of name form.
Mm.
Right. So now what is it which makes me attached is that I need to formally identify something. So the four primaries, Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, is experienced as something. So then when it is experienced as something, there's an attachment of that experience. So the four primaries are not seen in its original sense. In its place, we are seeing something else. I say, I see Ariu. Okay, now when I see Ariu, I set a relationship with the four primaries, which I am seeing. So there is an attachment to that object through my subjective experience. So subjective means my subject are eyes and ears and nose and tongue and body and mind. These are the subjects, and then the corresponding object. This object is Ariu. So when he speaks, it's Ariu speaking to me. And when he walks along with me, it's Ariu walking with me. When he smiles, Ariu is smiling. And when he says, Vilas, it's been almost a year, you're not come to US, you get excited and they say, let's go to US. That US is, again, an attachment because it's created now, meaning it's originally just four primaries, but it's created as US. So now when it is created, it is superimposed over the four primaries. So that Rupa, Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, is experienced as Nama. So there's an intermingling of name and form on consciousness. So the consciousness is a reflector on which things are getting reflected. So on my consciousness, Ariu is getting reflected as name and form combination. And some books write it as materiality, mentality. It is actually not right. There's nothing called materiality as a fixed thing and the mentality is a fixed thing. It's actually interplay between mind and matter, if you want to use that term, if you're thinking, oh, this is matter and this is mind. But there's nothing called as matters other than the mind. It's mind created matter, basically. So Ariu in my mind is created as someone. Now that can have many dichotomical reasons why I have this person created in my mind. Maybe I see a connect in mentality, his mentality, my mentality, or it can be that I find him from the same kind of field, like we are from information technology, so it makes more sense to associate with him. Or another way to look at it is that he's in US, I'm in India. US is far better than staying in India, so I feel and I can be in US if I hang along with that you or something like that. So I can have many reasons, but all attachments to the same thing, to the same object, to the hooking, it just hooks up. So that's attachment. That attachment is coming due to the name construct and the object, which is the four primaries. Including to an extent of understanding the four primaries is coming from the sanya perception of the primaries. So there's no way I can understand the Patvi Dhatu except for that quality of the Patvi Dhatu, which is a perception. So I perceive hardness and softness, and hence it is called a Patvi. I perceive cohesion and flowing, I call it as Apo. I perceive heat and cold, and then reason is called Tejo. And I perceive expansion and what we can say expansion, contraction on one side, right? Because air expands and it contracts. And movement. To move something, you require air. So through this inference, which means sanya, perception, I get to see the four primaries. So the labeling of heat is based upon the experience what I had, which is nama. Got the point? So it is intermingling. I am naming heat because I experience something which is called as heat. And everybody uses the same word heat. Clear? Now, if I ask Niket that, is it hot? He would say no. But I say I'm feeling hot. Now, the hot, both are using the word which represents heat element. But can he say what is the level of heat he is experiencing or not experiencing? He can only say, look, I'm not feeling that hot. So we use another comparative statement called that hot. Now I come to the main crux of this attachment. What is a noun and what is a verb? Can you tell me? I think you would have studied in school. If you don't know, ask ChatGPT or you can go on web and search for noun. What's a noun? Are you best thing? Search and then tell me. Read it out. It's okay.
I can search, but I mean, it seems like definition of something.
Whatever definition or what you understand by noun.
Yeah, that's my answer. A definition of some object.
What does it do when you say a noun versus verb?
It designates it.
Designates. And what does it designate?
The element, however, or concept.
Can you just search and read out from there, please, if you don't mind?
Yeah, it says used to identify any of a class of a people, places, or things, or name a particular one of those. One of these.
Yes, it creates fixed The moment you name a place or person as noun, it's something which is fixed. And what's a verb? Good news is that we are going back to school.
You do not want something changing, Rashi?
No, I'm asking him to read from
Okay.
internet itself. You can also do so. I have no problem anybody copying from anywhere and reading it out. It's an open book. Verb.
I was just saying what is my understanding. Noun is something name or of places,
Yes.
you're a
Yeah.
person or anything.
That's
But
correct.
verb is something which is like a changing, moving.
No way.
Like
If you have a noun, you cannot change
No, sorry,
it.
not noun. The verb.
Verb is
Yeah.
not. Verb is not that. Anyway, let's see. Let's hear from Aryu. What does the AI or Google says? Yes. Wait. Madhukar want to say. Yes. Madhukar, go ahead.
The way I see the verb is like what are the noun is doing, like I think fixing the idea. How to verbalize that will be helpful by a verb. That I understand.
Yeah. Good. So, what about Aryu? Read the definition of verb.
That's a word used to describe an action, state, or occurrence, and forming the main part of the predicate of a sentence, such as here.
Yes. So now Vilas is running. Right? So Vilas is noun. Running is the verb. So what is he doing? Running. So you create motion in the mind. Vilas is standing. Cut the motion. Vilas is sleeping. Vilas is breathing. Vilas is doing. So Vilas remains permanent. That's a sanya. It's a perception. And then I will explain what is he doing. And the doing thing is verb. Basically, when you say something, it's just an adivachana language. So the movement of anything is there only for the sake of language, not in real terms. So when I say yesterday once more, it's there as language. There is no literal yesterday or tomorrow either. So you're attached to what? Language. Got the point? And that is illusion. If you can catch this illusion, you're in Nibbana. So there's no attachment. Because you need to verbalize and say what is happening. So in one sutta, Buddha says, when you enter first jhana, vacha niruddho hoti. Got the point? I think his sutta is 36.11, Sanyukta Nikaya. And you go ahead and open it.
I think it says Raho Gata Sutta.
Raho Gata Sutta. Yes. So go down and you see there, he says, Patama jhana. So he talks about four things there. Niruddha, okay, it's actually cutting out. So what does he say? With first jhana, vacha niruddha hoti. The second jhana, vitakka vichara, is gone. The third jhana, piti, is gone. The fourth jhana, right? So it keeps on going like that till the ninth. Then the last one is sanya vedana is gone. Rahugata Sutta in private. I think in English they would have put in private. Right?
Indeed, yes, yes, indeed.
Okay.
Acha niruddha.
Yeah. So what it means is you enter into first jhana, this verbalization, the verb and noun is gone. So you cut off the nama. There's no rupa. Very simple. So the vacha is gone. Verbalization is gone. Because you verbalize to explain the movement. When I went yesterday, so I created yesterday and I went there. It's adivachana. It's describing what I did. So all our movements are only in language. So when I take a flight, so when I say I'm taking a flight is a language of verb. It's movement, moving from this place to that place. Just as a conventional, I'll say I'm taking a flight. So I would ask them, when are you leaving to London? 30th. Morning, evening. What time? In the evening. So you need to be in the airport at 5. Oh, you're going to Ranchi. Okay. Now, this is verbalization. So you're taking a flight to Ranchi. Okay. Which is in Jharkhand. So they're going to Jharkhand. From Jharkhand, they're going to Delhi. They're ready to, Delhi. Okay. So now what did I get? Did I get Dehradun? Sorry. Did I get Ranchi? And how many people know Ranchi? No. For Ariu, you don't know what it is, Ranchi, right? Okay. How many people have been to Jharkhand? No. But have you heard MS Dhoni? See, all Indians will say yes. So Ranchi is a place where Dhoni was born. Okay, so now we shift the topic from Ranchi to MS Dhoni. Who is MS Dhoni? Now, wait, hold on. Are you searching? Don't worry. Cricketer. Good. Okay, so he is remained as an Indian captain. So now, go ahead.
The photo looks exactly like
Exactly like?
I forgot the name. Nitin. I didn't catch the name. The picture on Google, almost like
Dhoni, Dhoni, Dhoni.
Yeah, his picture looked very much alike. Sorry, the name, the person sitting next to you.
Niket.
Niket. Yeah, his picture on Google looks very much like Niket.
Okay, Niket. By the way, Niket means house.
Okay.
So anyway, coming back to this thing is that in language, you attach. Through nouns and verbs. Verbs signifying the movement and names or the noun signifying the fixedness. You fix something and you say Bangalore, it's a noun. San Francisco is a noun. London is a noun. In the same way, Niket is a noun. Madhulika is a noun. That means it doesn't change. So you use it to name places and objects and people. Noun cannot be changed. Got it. So when I say Mr. Ariushia, what is Mr.?
Male.
Pardon?
Male.
Male. Okay. Mrs. Miss. What is Miss?
Female.
And what is Mrs.?
Married female.
Married female. So did she lose female when she got married?
Superimposed.
Superimposed, right? So now, does she feel being a Mrs.? That's a problem. The consciousness has taken something which doesn't even exist. Because she from Miss became Mrs. And now what to do? The objective is to break this language barrier. It's just for signifying something. It's not really out there. And that is when you get nibbida, disillusioned. And the attachment goes away. Because it's attached on name and form. It's not attached on real thing. It's just on the noun and the verb. So the illusion is on noun and verb. So when I say anyone's name, the body remaining the same with four primaries, because it is designated as so and so, like in this case, Niket. And Niket was Niket before he met Madhulika. It was all going good before he met her or she met him. And then the magic happened. What magic happened? They saw each other different. So then they wanted to be together. So now they're staying together. Right? And that process of unification on paper is called as marriage. So now officially, when I say official, it means the conventional reality wise, they are husband and wife. But in real terms, apart from the superimposition as wife and husband, there is no relationship. It's on paper. The attachment is on paper. The attachment is not at all there. She does her things and he does his things. And sometimes he would do against what she thinks and she would do something against what he thinks. And then it can be conflicting situations that, why did you do a thing which I didn't like? And then you say, no. Then this argument will happen because of the name, fixedness, which is noun, and the action, verb, which means what should be done. So if they were to take noun as noun and verb as verb and not internalize, would they have raga? The coloring. Like me, don't take coloring as of Aryu. Can there be a suffering? That's it. If really that happens, then the perception is removed. Because it doesn't signify the action. So when it doesn't signify the action, it doesn't signify the labeling of that, which is noun. So with the interplay of language through noun and verb, you create an movement. So the movement is happening in the mind, not anywhere else. So if I'm flying from Bangalore to Brisbane to Sydney, I'm flying in mind. Because Bangalore is a mental creation. Noun. Sydney is a mental creation, which is also a noun. Flying is an action, which is a verb. So there is mental exhaustion of flying between Bangalore and Sydney. If I cut out Bangalore, there's no Sydney there. When I land in Sydney, I'm seeing fair skinned as fair skin. It's just a skin. There's no people with fair skin. It's just fair skin, just like white hairs and black hairs and brown hairs. These are labels to signify some fixedness. So there's again a noun and a verb, right? So there's no passa, there's no contact. There's no contact, there's no feeling. If there's no feeling, there's no perception. There's no perception, then there's nothing, an intention. If there's no intention, then there is no manasikara. So the attachment is gone. Any questions? All good. So for today, that's all I had on this important topic of attachment. Ajjosa. Bobby, any comments before we close? Yeah, it's action. Yes, verb is an action. So I'm eating. There's no I am apart from the act of eating. Just to say, signify, there's always in language first person, second person, and a third person. So we are saying between two persons, first person, second. I and you, and or she. Just because I'm designating a she, it doesn't become she just for the reason that I said she. Just I'm saying I doesn't become I except for the language. But the consciousness takes the I to be a real I. And then there's suffering because now you have to establish something which never is there. It's an interplay of noun and verb. The action versus in nomenclature or the putting what it is. So I am talking to you is talking is verb. I am is a noun. You is again a noun. So the action is talking. Then you might ask, what are you talking? I'm talking about this. Then this is whole conversation. If somebody is watching it in a very keen insight, he will find there's nothing which is happening except for body gestures and some verbalization. Other than that, there's nothing happening. So he'll be just looking with a vacant gaze. And that vacant gaze is Nibbana. Because you have caught that there is no raga in that, there's no dvesha in that. So now you have caught that moha. That illusion is gone. The person came into existence only on a word, and the person is departing only in the word, not in fact. So the body started growing because of consciousness. It's eating and shitting, eating, shitting cycle. It's just a process. So no person existed from the beginning. So you are an onlooker to this body mind movement from this to this to this to this, but you are not moving along. You are just a witness. So you start laughing. It's all about noun and verb. Like the way it is. Upset as if foreigner talking in the no. You will have the same problem. When I say I am seeing things as they really are and not as they're presented, means that I am going back like a child, how it would do, to just watch. It watches only body movement. So then you are seeing arising and passing. This hand arose, passed away. So you're just seeing this animation, facial gestures and hand gestures, feet gestures, all of these are animation. So you are, it's like a puppet show. You're just watching, but you're not getting engaged with it. Only when we engage, all problems start. Because you take it as real. So the unreal taken as real, and that is what samsara is. It's really created. And the problem with created is it will get destroyed. Nothing anybody can do. No matter how much I safeguard it with my naming thing, it doesn't stay. That's it. That's all what it is. Now, noun and verb. So your attachment is on noun and verb. That's all what it is. I love London is that love is attached on London. On the noun. If somebody changes that noun to London to something else, your love is changed. So you don't want it to change. You don't want London to be changed to something else. So my love for United States is for that noun called United States because it doesn't change. Because it was called United States of America. So when I see history of United States, it came into existence in 1776. Before that, there was no America. That means only a land. And land can be changed. So there was no America to begin with. Now they started having wars with Mexicans. So they took Texas. And Texas became part of United States. They took over California. So it became part of United States. So if you keep on doing that and putting your label onto it, now you can claim it is mine, even though nobody has anything. You can just claim it, mine. But nobody owns anything. In the car, you get it registered because you paid money. But it can never be yours. It belongs to the nature. What? Steel. Is that yours? No. Plastic. Is that yours? No. It's for polymers. And polymers are non-carbon, basically. So it's inorganic chemistry. And chemistry doesn't belong to me. It's just chemistry. It's only chemical element. So if I mix this with this, I get something. Just because I pay, it's not mine. Now we come to the payment. What is payment? Just a currency. It's a conventional way of transaction. So is there a currency then? No, it's conventional. So the fight over currency is only conventional because currency is itself conventional. So you just might. If pounds is increasing and when compared to Indian rupees, conventionally yes. But should it affect my mental state? If it is, That means I bought into the noun. So the verb is now creating a problem for me because it's increasing. You see here, Indian is devalued and currency pound is increasing. So if I'm having pounds, is it better? Or if I have Indian rupees, is better? Having Indian rupees is not better. Having pounds is better. Why? The lesser the size, the best is the economy. The more the size, the worse is the economy. Yesterday, when he saw that Lego toy, which is costing X number of pounds, he compared it, the box would label how much it was. He said, I can save some money by buying it. Okay. Which is okay. I'm not saying no, but it's just a noun. It doesn't matter. There's 25,000 here or in hundreds of pounds there. It doesn't matter. But that saving matters. That is possession. Sorry, that is attachment. Yeah, attachment. I saved so much money. Not in the conventional, but it like it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm just saying, I'm just taking this example so that it becomes. Why not make an economically rational? Fair. No, fair, fair. I don't deny. Conventionally, what we did is correct. And one another thing, we should work out conventionally only. Because the world is conventional reality. So there's nothing like, okay, then we will go to that store and buy for my son. No, that I'm not proposing that. But you can have a laughter. Yeah. That's more important. How the mind works. Yeah, how the mind works. It earned back Indian rupees as though you're going to enjoy that Indian rupees. Let's say you save 10,000 Indian rupees, you might not even bother about it. But at that moment, that saving of 10,000 rupees makes more sense. So that's a virtual enjoyment. It's fair. But should you enjoy like that? And the answer is no. But should you not save it? Yes, you should. Absolutely fair. It will be madness to go and buy something which is available half the rate. Agreed. But don't buy. But laugh at it. Oh, this is virtual. This is virtual. How the fun is coming is also virtual only. It's not real. Yeah. So then you're relieved from the pain of holding on to it. So don't you feel that there is no longer any moha, delusion, right? So you didn't lose to save something. If you lose, then you save. If there is no loss, then there is no gain. So now you see how you became a Sakadagami. You lost the idea, conceptualization of loss and profit. Yeah, gain and loss. Because it's only in paper. If you do that, can you not do the second one, which is about fame and no fame? Because fame is verbal. Appreciation, wow, what he does and all that. Is it real? Fake, right? It's literal fake. So then, praise and blame, and sukha and dukkha, which is happiness and unhappiness. If you come out of all the four, you're a Sakadagami. That's it. You can just break it. Because the position is on these four. That you want profit, you want fame, and then you want praise, and you want happiness. But the other four, you don't want it. I don't want loss. I want to get defamed. I don't want blames. I don't want loss. Sorry, unhappiness. These four I don't want, and these four I want. So, how about letting go of all eight? Because it's an interplay of noun and verb. Yesterday, you saved 10,000 Indian rupees. It's fair, but you can laugh it off. I never gained anything to lose anything. I just put one label. So I just went there. Should I buy this? I don't think so. Okay. I think we can buy. Just like what we did with the glasses. I think we'll go ahead and do it. So there's no stress. You found utility, makes sense, paid, done. Did you gain anything of that glass? No. Did you lose anything with that glass? Also is no. So then there is no worry. How to create worry? I have to give a value to that. Now I have to compare this glass with that glass. And I say that, oh, you know what? You click here, this comes and then music I can hear. So now this slowly the mind will pick this up and the anxiety for possession starts. Because it is Ray-Ban. Now Ray-Ban is a name as an identifier. And there's a history behind Ray-Ban. So then you make story of it. Then there's some other company which is competing against this. Now I love Ray-Ban because of X amount of reasons. Y person will come and say, no, Ray-Ban is not good. This is good. Then I feel hurt. All my products are Ray-Ban, let's say, like this Apple. Then I'm an Apple fan. If somebody talks about bad about Apple, then I feel, how do you say like that? And I'm getting enraged just on a noun. I look back and see, okay, he's arguing. He's getting heated up. Why? Just let it. Okay, no problem. Oh, you think Apple is not good? No. Somehow it has worked for me. Otherwise, yeah, I think it makes sense. It's very expensive. Yeah, yeah. Who will give for that steel and aluminum and all that? Yeah, you're right. I think we shouldn't be paying for it. Yeah. That is his perception. Why I should buy into his perception?
Person who is using Apple, he'll not be.
No, no.
Like
Now,
anything other
there's no
than-
point in this topsy-turvy argument because he's talking on this metal.
Metal.
Right. Now, that's a metal piece. Now, to extract the metal and making it, Apple is charging than the plastic. Now, the plastic is cheaper. It's polymer versus metal. And then the glass, hardened glass, this one, that one. So, if you really look at component levels, it's expensive because of all of these components. And they're making profit out of it. Agreed. If I know this, how it works, will I ever get involved with argument? Because he is right from his perspective. And let's say he was using Dell or some other thing which is plastic. There. Instead of conversing and comparing between this and that, I will not compare at all. I'll just say, oh, you think so? It makes sense to you not to have Apple product? Ah, yeah, you're right. It's fake. I mean, I'm
at a real level, we're talking about
of the
which
utility.
which is not like they're not. It is again comes down to perception about the usage of things. How good it is.
Yes, I agree. So as long as we are talking on the utility of a product, there is no argument. But when it comes to the personal preference of it, then it tends into argument. So when it tends into argument, you need to look at it's only verbalization. I'm getting caught in verbalization, which is noun and verb and noun and verb and noun and verb. So what I do is I'll cut both of them in the mind. And the very moment I'm in Nibbana, even when the conversation is going on, because I'm not involved with it at all. No moha. So the moha is gone. Moha on Apple is gone. I'm just talking for the sake of talking. I'm arguing for the sake of arguing. I'm working for the sake of working. You got the point. I go to the office for the sake of going to office. Just like going, I have no differentiation between going to toilet and going to office. They both look the same to me. You have loaded something, you have to go and unload it, and you have to do something for a living, and you just go and work. So now the question doesn't come, should you work or shouldn't you work? It's just like asking, should you go to toilet or shouldn't you go to toilet? If you feel like going to toilet, please go. I'm not feeling anything. Okay, then don't go. I think I should be going to toilet. Oh, please go. So this debate shouldn't come, should I go to office or shouldn't I go to office? Should I work or shouldn't I work? This is verbalization. And now when I come to this verbalization of should I or shouldn't I, I've already created doubts. That is the first hindrance, visikichisha. Means now I can't proceed further because I have a doubt. Should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? Should I do this? So I'm creating more worlds now in this noun verb syndrome. I think I should be going there. I think I should be going there. Then I don't think so. We should be doing. I think we should be doing.
Always.
Options are there. So the choices you're making, sankhara, is based upon the verbalization what you have. You can do the same thing without verbalization. Meaning, like you rightly said, utility. If you think there's a utility, do it. That's the right thing to do. Like that printer, what you're seeing there. There's a utility now because we have a trust. So we need to print invoices. So you buy whatever it costs, it doesn't matter. Utility. Should I buy printer or not? Depends on the utility. Should I buy a house? Yes, it depends on utility. A house is the place to stay. Should I have a lavish home? Depends. Depends on your position, meaning your affordability and utility of that. If you think there's no utility of spending so much, don't spend. If you think there is, you spend. But then it's not your home. There's this concept. It's a verb. Sorry, it's a noun. My house is a noun. It's fixed in this place. It'll never move. Even though the house is crumbling, deteriorating, we have to repaint it, all of that. But the concept of house remains fixed because the verbs explain with relation to the house what all I'm doing. So there's a movement only in a mental side, not in physical. The house remains wherever it is. So if I left my home and I went here and then I came back from that place to my house. So how did I go from here to there is just in the mind. And for that, I just walked or went on car or went this way, that way. It's an action. But in real, I did not go anywhere. Only the mind I'm moving. Stop the mind movement, you are in Nibbana. So you're out of attachment. What do you think, guys? Good?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the productive discussion and talking there
Yeah.
at your home.
Yes, Harry, go ahead.
I remember our days there in the same place,
Yes.
attending your lectures.
Yes, you're always welcome. Now you have a new home as well. Yes,
Thank
Harry.
you. Very nice. I have to go soon, but I just have one quick question. So you're talking about the M15, and the question was, what is the reason for this ajosa, right? I think the word he gave is vinichaya.
Vinichaya.
So what does that mean? How does that relate to
Tomorrow.
this? Tomorrow, okay.
Then you can go soon.
Okay.
We will cover all of that is there in Mahanidana Sutta. Vinichaya. Okay, all right. And thanks to Bobby for bringing that up.
Thank you, Vilashi.
Namo Buddhaya. Bye-bye.
Now, sir.